Well, here's a creepy little passage in town. I don't think I've seen you before. Ooh. Ooh. How do I look at the trapdoor? Is there more of those around here? Ooh, Oren's bar tab register. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to not follow me, because I think you're not gonna like me stealing. But I bet that's important for Oren's mission.
Stay here. Sure.
I'm just gonna get sneaky real quick. You wait over there, Duras. I'm curious. Aha, I bet this has got some kind of nasty, incriminating info that you don't want people to know, Mr. Oren. That's my guess.
You must be joking.
You can't continue like this, right?
That smells like trouble. You sure you can trust him?
Oren's bar tab register. Money owed and thoughts pertaining to debt. Oren's bar tab register, Cinda, has not paid twice. Helped myself to some food items from her storage as compensation. Drug. Always pays, but takes an age to get around to. Took his weapon as deposit while he was drunk. Angrim. Hardly ever here. Too self-righteous. Pays. Jorah, though, he's a profitable drinker. Alvar. A trouble-causing drunk. Paid off his tab by allowing me to empty his pockets while he was laying asleep. Took his weapon again when he was lying in the mud. Again. Took the rest of the shards when he's lying on the table, totally drunk. Now he seems to have disappeared. Shame. He was a good customer. He constantly stole from the guy who is now dead. Oh boy. I'm betting you might be able to tell some of these people about what he did and have this go crashing down on him. Or if I take this information to him, I might be able to show him, like, I might be able to blackmail him into doing what I want him to do again. But like, I got your journal. It's knit full of incriminating information. You wouldn't want anyone to know, would you?
Follow me. All right.
So I think I want to do that. I think I want to give him that and see how he reacts. I wonder if this guy's ever gonna catch wise to the fact that whenever I tell him to hang out outside of a room, it's because I'm stealing stuff inside of it. Jorah, you were mentioned here, right? Yeah, I walked by you on the way here. Have I talked to you before? It's hard to remember which people I recognize.
Hey, what's that you're hiding there?
What are you talking about?
There, on your arm. What is that?
Have you got a problem with me?
I'm trying to help you avoid a problem. It's Elix technology, and that sort of device is forbidden to Berserkers here in Goliath. Carrying a piece like that openly on your arm could get you into trouble.
I'm not carrying it. It's an implant.
An implant? Well, that gives you a reason for not removing it. Well, you don't look like an owl. Too much color in your cheeks, too much shine in your eyes. That and you've not tried to kill me. Still, best you know that should you find any other Elix technology on your travels, you should take it to the pit for disposal.
Oh, I can just betray Ornir right here, right now.
How do you get anything done without technology?
We haven't rejected technology completely. We have rejected Elix technology. And as you can see around you, we have done fine without it. A clean life. Life as it was before the comet. Life grown from mana. Now, that's a better use for Elix than building devices. So we collect technology, extract the Elix from it, and throw the scrap into the pit.
The pit?
That's where we take all forbidden technology. Once the Elix has been extracted there, it goes to the mana shrine, and the junk left over goes down into the pit. We cure the soil of Elix's poison and use it for healing. You will find our healers on the upper ring. They'll show you how we use its power.
This explanation seems self-contradictory because they explain that supposedly they extract the Elix from it and put it in the mountain up at the Mana Shrine, and then they dump what's left over in the pit. But the pit was full of Elex, which contradicts that. And also my drone was in there, which they seemingly threw in. Why doesn't the drone drain of Elex? Why was a working drone just floating around down there?
Why not do this and use technology?
You sound like one of those technophiles, looking forward and not knowing their history. Listen, there are books from the Great Fall that say there were other ways to power machines, but that most of them poisoned the air and the soil. And so, Amric and the Forefathers decreed that all technology that poisoned our world should be forbidden. And right at the time machines were forsworn, and we started to make Magalan pure again, mana was given to us. Magic is nature's reward for our rejection of technology. And if you have magic, why would you want technology? So the Albs pump Elix into themselves, the clerics feed it to machines, and we transmute it into magic.
Surely technology makes life easier.
Such is temptation. The Albs take Elix, they get stronger, but what have they become?
Victorious. They're beating you.
In the short term. They don't even know what they're fighting for. How can they ever be victorious if they let themselves become machines? They have a love of Elix, a need for it, but as to why, if we knew that, perhaps we could talk with them. But they have retreated into Zakor, only to be seen when they come to kill. And they're changing, becoming less human. While our mana helps us cast magic, it's toxic to the Albs.
But Albs can cast magic.
Yes. Now there is something I don't understand.
These poor people are such hypocrites and don't understand how much they are hypocrites. They go after the Albs and the clerics for using Elix, but they themselves use mana and don't see the parallel and don't see the contradiction and don't see how they might be just as equally guilty of what they're talking about while simultaneously just thinking it's different because they have a different name for it and it acts differently, but they're similarly abusing a substance when he talks about like things making your it's like, doesn't technology make you life easier? And we're like, such as the temptation. Yeah, but you give in to the temptation of mana. Why don't you reject mana? If you're so, like, you can still do everything else you're doing, but also reject mana if you're gonna not give in to any temptations and just be all natural, but you have justified to yourself that somehow this thing is okay when the similar thing that it comes from is not okay, and then you talk about not giving in to temptation?
If Elix is so bad, why do you trade using illicit?
You mean, why not turn it into mana?
It's Elix, isn't it?
Yes, but the concentration in it is just too low to produce mana. Maybe one day we'll manage it, but until then, it's useful. Everyone spends it, so we do too. I'm glad it's the Pilgrim and the Warlord who have to decide all these things. It makes my head hurt.
So, you won't be confiscating my illicit?
Oh, we need as much of it as possible to buy the things we need. So please, trade while you're here.
So if you need Elix, why do you want to get rid of it?
Ah, Amric's paradox. We are told Elix is the center of all ills in the world, and yet it is also the cure. So we collect it, transmute it, and hope we can win the race against those who would use it for destruction. You could help us with that.
You want me to collect Elix?
You must have seen that monster made of metal that sits on the horizon? That Alb converter?
What about it?
The Albs built it to refine Elix here in Edan, but our warriors forced them to abandon it. That machine is a thing abhorrent to nature. But we can make use of it. Well, of the Elix in it. Amric's paradox. Let's take that horror and make it magic. It won't be an easy task, but I need to get some parts from the converter that have a high Elix concentration in them. Can you do that?
And if I get caught bringing Elix into Goliath?
You have my absolute word that this is official business. I told you, we need this. Amrek and the Pilgrim agree. Magic is nature's cure. Technology, its curse. The world hearts will purify Magalan without the need for machines. It's up to us to tidy up the mess that those machines have already made.
I will get you the converter parts you want.
Good. Great. Thank you. Be careful, though. Last guy we sent disappeared. He promised he'd be back quickly. Never seen again.
Excellent.
I'm interested in seeing if another solution arises itself for Ornir over there. There's the boring option, which is bribing him into doing whatever you want in a given moment, but there's also the thing where I can convince him if I have crafting skill, and then I can also betray him right here with Jorah. So there's probably another opportunity. There might even be another opportunity to find an item or a document that might also change his behavior, because we have now found that this is not the bar. We've now found that I can
person to talk to when you need something hard to get hold of.
Did Angrim send you? Look, I don't know where he gets these ideas about me.
I'm not here from Angrim. I need to buy a laser weapon, the sort the clerics use. I got hold of one recently, but then Hakon spotted it and confiscated it. Do you know how I can get hold of another one? And if you can get me one, can you get me, say, 3?
Are you insane? I don't know this man. I've never met him.
Keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, stranger. I've no idea what you're talking about. Trade? Me? I'm a solid, honest berserker. I don't know who told you what, but get lost before you get me exiled, or worse.
I'm going.
He's looking for energy weapons from the exact guy that I sold energy weapons to earlier, because he's likely a cleric that's just come here via convenience. I think that's what that was, right, Alric? But yeah, the fact that I thought I hit a dead end with the bar, and I wasn't going to be able to proceed past that roadblock unless I got a certain speech skill or that implant that helps me mind control. But now I know that you can also find well, we don't know yet, but I found what I think will be useful for blackmailing him, and so that I need to keep an eye out for anything like that for other quests too. There might be a lot of solutions for these things, which is always a good sign, because that means the quests are more CRPG-like, which is what all RPG quests should probably be like.
Well, there's a face I haven't seen before. Newcomer, aren't you?
You have a problem with new faces?
Problem? Me? Oh, I never have problems, only solutions. And I reckon we can solve problems for each other.
What problems?
Of the financial kind. The kind where I've got money I'm just looking to give away, and you have empty pockets to fill.
Well, I guess he's not the energy weapon guy. He's a different guy. Honestly, there's not a huge variety of appearances in this game. Although I do find myself jealous that they get to have different appearances, where I didn't even get to. I never got to visit a character creator. I'm stuck being weird, bony, like cancer patient Commander Shepard character, and I wanted to make a dude. What, they had to make him look exactly the same in everyone's file, so that every now and then a cutscene can play of like a painting, and he looks like that guy. Seems like a waste.
I'm listening.
I'll bet. You look like the listening kind. Except maybe being impaled up the unmentionables with a hot, rusty poker. But, and I'm getting to the point, here's me, right? A loyal and honest berserker, someone who knows what's right, what's legal and what's not. Then there's a newcomer like you. Well, any newcomer has the potential to make honest mistakes when it comes to legalities. And if you did, then I, as an honest berserker, could help put such mistakes right in a way that earns us both illicit.
You want to trade illegal goods?
Illegal here is legal there. Law's just a matter of geography, isn't it? So, if you were to get your hands on rare, legally questionable items, I could, being a loyal berserker, take that trouble off your hands.
Rare items?
Rare is where the illicit is. You can spend your life dreaming of illicit, or spend your illicit living your dreams. Your choice.
You're looking for rare items?
I help people with problems. When someone discovers rare items that are legally questionable, I solve this problem without the need to take up the time of our busy official authorities. No fuss, no overstretching our legal authorities. It's much better for everyone. And all for the right price. I just do as any honest, loyal, law-abiding, practical berserker should do.
Teach me something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, why not? I love that they always react the same way vocally. Ooh, mining. I have the skill for mining. Improves the yield when extracting materials. Increases with each level. Neat. And also, it's the only thing that I can actually learn. Requires strength and constitution, and something that I can actually afford. Could get me started down the path of getting crafting skills. Lockpicking's pretty tempting, though. First point only requires 15 dexterity and intelligence. I could start going down that path. Pickpocket. More pickpocketing. Goldsmith is interesting to me, too. 30 intelligence, 20 dexterity. I'm a little disinclined to go down mining right now. I do want to get lockpick, I think. So let's level up again and get some points to dexterity and intelligence, and I can start going down that path, I think. I'm curious what the next level requires, though.
I'll see you later.
What items do you trade?
Trade? No, that would be illegal. No, I don't trade. I run a sort of lottery, one where you pay me for a chance to win the item of your choice.
I have to gamble?
You could say that, but once you offer the right price, the odds are you'll always be a winner. I only have a limited selection. We are in Goliath, and the laws make a lot of items illegal. Well, you know what they say. One man's forbidden is another man's profit. Of course, as a loyal and honest berserker, you won't catch me saying things like that.
About these rarities.
Yes?
What's the catch?
Catch? What catch? You'll earn a handsome amount of elixit. Where's the catch in that?
Do you take me for stupid?
No. Stupid would only cause me trouble. Who wants stupid? Smart is what I need. Smart knows how to keep everyone happy. Smart knows how to keep the laws in perspective and turn a healthy profit. And I can see you're smart.
Can you get a hold of Alp technology?
Alp tech is far too hot and Goliath, my friend. I'm a brave man, but no outlaw, no reaver. I mean, just the other day, I met a bounty hunter who was trying to track down an outlaw over something. Trust me, you want to stay away from that life and that merchandise.
Exactly what goods are you looking for?
Me? I don't want anything, but I might know a few people in need of mature healing roots. Born the cultivator knows where they grow, and if you could persuade him to let you harvest them, then maybe I could persuade someone to give you illicit for them.
And if I just give the roots to Born?
You could, but then Born's not going to be as financially grateful as me. Meaning he'll pay you less if I have to spell it out.
Do you need any other items?
Well, there is something that needs acquiring and redistributing. You know the pit, right?
Yes.
Well, Yora, the guy in charge there, needs help collecting things with illicit in them. And here's you looking to be helpful. So, how about you help collect that stuff for him, then accidentally lose it on the way back?
You want me to bring you things with Elix in them?
Well, truth be told, Yora really doesn't like that stuff. And I know people who love it. So, it would be winners all around.
Any more rare items you're interested in?
You've noticed the Mana Shrine, right? Big building in the middle of Goliath?
Yes.
Well, it just so happens that building contains all the Elix they use to make mana. And mana is magic in whoever's hands hold it. I'm telling you, Elix can make profits appear out of nowhere. All you have to do is make it disappear from under Caldrum's nose.
Anything else you're looking for?
Not right now. If anything comes up, I'll let you know.
What's the rarest item you're looking for?
Well, there is one thing, but it's a bit special.
Tell me about it.
Well, if you're sure, once we talk about this, you'll be committed. It's all about trust on this one.
Just tell me.
Well, you see, Ragnar, one of the big bosses here, has something of particular interest to me. A family heirloom. Eric Eisenfaust's sword.
Who is Eric Eisenfaust?
You've got to have heard of him. He was one of the greatest warriors ever to fight for the Berserkers. Eisenfaust is a legend here. Kids worship him. Warriors want to be him. Not Ragnar's either. Who knows how he got the sword, but it wasn't legitimate, trust me. Some say Eisenfaust was the real founder of the Berserkers, that he took Amrek's dreams and made them real. They say that 50 years ago, Eisenfaust destroyed an entire army of the clerics' fighting machines using just this sword. Load of old hooey, of course, but even so, with his name on the sword, it's almost priceless. Almost. I'll give you a reasonably sized stack of Elixit for it.
Really seems like I would want to just not do that. If I'm gonna get a magical mega sword, why wouldn't I just keep it for myself? But also, not a great call to go stealing from those people. Also, Duras was here for that entire conversation, so that wasn't very secret.
That guy was never good for anything.
Look after yourself.
It's all the creatures out there. It makes it way too dangerous.
The Hammer Clan sent me.
Really? You're all berserkers, serve the Hammer Clan, or I'll drown you in your own beer, and all that. Okay.
And you're using that here because?
I could go to Cinda and Drog and Jorah. No, Jorah. Not Jorah, not Alvar. Could go after Drog and Cinda. Probably Cinda. He stole from her. Fine. I thought I could bring. I thought I could bring this up to him and then threaten to put the information out there. Maybe I can try talking to Cinda.
Eardor needs supplies.
Eardor? The cultivator? Yes, I suppose he's not had any supplies for a while. But he will have to wait. He can forage in the forest. The people here can't.
I promised I'd get him supplies.
I'm not responsible for your promises. I have a whole town to feed.
What if I buy them?
Elixit is always welcome. You can purchase what you want. Everything I've got here has already been assigned. Except for a load of bread I had to throw out because no one picked it up from the baker until it was too late. I mean, what use is moldy bread? For the want of a few men, we waste resources that we're already short of.
It's not suitable for consumption and you want me to buy it? You can't just give it to me? You said you were... What? I feel like she contradicted the shit out of herself just now because she was talking about she doesn't have the goods to spare, and yet she's talking about how she apparently threw out bread, but then she's apparently talking about selling that bread, and it's like, what? Talking about selling, I can buy the bread from you, but also the bread is bad and you're throwing it out anyway?
Is moldy bread all there is?
For now. I'll get someone out there with better supplies when I can. But honestly, I can set up 4 other supply runs to other people in the time I can get someone to him. Until all this is sorted out, I've got to put my supplies where they'll do the most good.
Can we trade?
Look around. Tell me what you need.
Let's see here. Does he sell... Okay, they sell Cultivator's Loaf. The cost is 5 each, but they only sell 18. That would take me to 30, but that's still not enough. I'm not really inclined to pay for it either.
Can we trade?
Oopsie.
Teach me something.
Of course.
I want to remind myself of some requirements a little bit. I do want to get some personality points in there if I can. Weird. When it says increase your value, does that mean that if I put points into these things, it makes me have more points in conversations with those things? Oh, there's charisma. Personality skills. 40 cunning and intelligence. 30 intelligence, 20 cunning for the group stat. Ah, it's gonna be a while before I can afford some of these things. Alright. Well, at least I've got a co-op partner. That's something. But that didn't go as planned at all. I couldn't blackmail that dude at all. Wasn't he talking about 500 Elixit? Wait,
get rid of that technology.
that's half my Elixit. I'm not spending 500 Elixit. They can just go ahead and deal with that problem. Let's go to Light into the Darkness. And go take a look over there. Conveniently, we already visited the Great Lift, which they know because it was part of the quest. That was a precursor to this quest, or was the earlier part of this quest. However you want to define that. Mason. He's supposed to be over here.
Remarkable country.
Oh, the casket. That seemed kind of important. Hidden casket. Cannot be sold. There's also the rusty key. I think I already used the rusty key. Is that all I needed? Alright, 6 machine parts. Is it a companion quest still? Find the person responsible. Duras wants me to see what Baron might have hidden in the spot he mentioned from near the top of the elevator into the valley. Well, I have it. I guess I just talked to you?
I found something hidden in Baron's hiding place.
What'd you find?
Here. Do you think this could belong to Baron?
No, that was Ascor's. And now we find it at a place Baron confesses coming to regularly? Huh, I'd say we have some evidence.
After what you did for me, I will trust you to decide what to do with the casket.
I'll take it to Ragnar, and you can consider this case done. You needn't worry about it anymore.
Is that everything you have to say?
The destruction of a seedling is a matter for a warlord. Your involvement is over.
Uh-huh. So what happens now?
I take this to Ragnar. He'll deal with it from here.
You want to know what I think about the murder?
Very well. What do you think?
Well, I don't think any of the people on the list did it. There's just not the proof. There's only one person associated with Ascor we've not investigated. You.
Me?
You were a rival to Ascor. You carry a sword. Then you find out Baron goes to where the seedling was found, and suddenly think he's a prime suspect.
You can't think I did it.
I do. It's simple. You murdered Ascor.
What are you talking about? You can't seriously think it was me.
Tell me your alibi.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You spend your time outside, Goliath. And you've spent all your time trying to persuade me not to investigate this. Then tell me. Tell me, or you'll have to tell Ragnar.
Ragnar will see me dead. I'm an outsider, and Ascor was born a Berserker. He was known, and he was one of Ragnar's favorites.
So you did kill him?
Kill him? Yes. Murdered him? No. I found Ascor by the lift one day. He'd managed to kill the seedling he'd been given. He knew that would stop him becoming a paladin. He attacked me.
So why hide that? And why frame Baron?
Baron's been blackmailing me. He found me with Ascor's body. He knows I'm an outsider. Who would they believe? Who do you believe? I gave you a chance. Won't you do that for me?
I can see why you did it. I'll keep your secret.
Thank you. You don't know what a weight this has been. I owe the Berserkers. Now I owe them more. I didn't want him dead, but he flipped on me. I don't think it helped that it was me. He couldn't stand the idea that he'd be facing exile while I continued on as a warrior.
It just said, first of all, doing this mission made it go to Duras idolizes you, and I'm like, holy crap, that escalated like crazy. We're best buds all of a sudden. But in one line of dialogue, it said, Duras doesn't like that. Duras likes that. And I'm like, I agreed to cover you, and it says Duras doesn't like that? Odd.
What is in the casket?
Property that belongs to the Berserkers. You now know who the murderer is. That's what you needed to discover.
Ragnar wants answers. This won't be over until he's happy he has them. Time for you to step aside and let me finish this.
What do you mean?
I solved the murder. I will get the reward.
Wait a moment.
I could tell Ragnar that murderer wasn't a Berserker.
You could also tell him it was me.
You'll have to take that risk.
You don't believe I can let you go to Ragnar after that?
Then draw your weapon or trust me.
Then do it. But quickly. The sooner we have it behind us, the better.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
Two experienced warriors like us? I feel like there is nothing we cannot do. A true warrior carries his weapons with pride.
His impression of me as a great warrior is baffling based on everything that's actually happened in this game so far, which is virtually nothing. I have largely scrambled through fights in the most desperate fashion and ineffectively. And also, we definitely haven't been fighting together, like at all, in this game. The dialogue seems to rely on the idea that our increased trust would be dependent in some way on actually doing stuff out in the wild, when really we just walked around, and he largely wasn't with me. You can see now why it's a companion quest for sure now. Is it no longer a companion quest? It still says Light into the Darkness, like it's still there. By the way, what level are we? Ooh. Very close to leveling up now. And am I still wearing that amulet? Because I think I am, because the numbers are all weird, yeah. Oh, shit. Help, help. Danger. Jesus Christ, look at my damage versus his. It's embarrassing. Calm down, calm down. We were just in a fight together. Like, put that thing down! What do you think you're doing? I'm like, I was just fighting a dude. I'm sorry the game automatically locks onto you like I'm gonna fight you. I didn't make it do that. Let's see. The judgment. Toggle that. Duras murdered the Berserker Ascor. Now I must decide Duras's fate. Although Duras definitely argues against the idea that he murdered him, and thinks that he killed him in a way that is not murder. Because it was self-defense for Ascor trying to kill him when he found the body. I mean, no, trying to kill him because he had failed to protect his seedling was the problem. Do we believe Duras? Hard to say. I kind of owe him one, so maybe we'll just take it on good faith. But I honestly don't know for sure if I should believe him. Bunch of people sleeping in here. Am I allowed in here?